One in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defensive backs. But the big guys, I can't wait to see which one tilts the balance for their team.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Keenum now on first down. It's complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
First carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Let's go!
Keenum going to try and throw on third down. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
A first down carry by Elliott. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Throwing on second. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now look at 56. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Leopard. 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 Leopard.
Throwing on third down, Keenum. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Now let's go. 3, 19. Black 99. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They do snap it to Keenum. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 11 yards on the pickup, and on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Now let's go. Green. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Over.
Keenum now on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll send Austin in motion right.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Just beating the play clock. Keenum steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. Working from the gun, Keenum. And Rudolph has it left side. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard. Line. They'll come up now with the clock showing 3 seconds to go here in the first. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Again, they run with Gurley. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down. Brady to throw on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jabal Sheard in there to get him for a loss of 5. throwing is Brady on third down. Airing one out deep for Holmes here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on fourth. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They do go for it. It's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
On the counter, Elliott. And he's got room. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. On second down, Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And down inside the 15 he goes. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Black 99, Philly. Here we go.
From the gun, here's Keenum. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
All right, now, look at 56. Watch it now, Barney. Over.
On play action, it's Keenum. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Steve McClendon able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Brady, he's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
That's complete to John Ross. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Brady now on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
All right, now look at 56. Here we go. Boom, like that, Philly. Here we go. No. Check, Patriots.
The final shot before the break, Keenum. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
To throw on 3rd down, Brady. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Tom Brady flashing the mobility, scrambling there for a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. From the pistol, it's Gurley. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Another carry now for Gurley. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 24-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the 3rd quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. First and goal here from the 9. On 1st and goal, Gurley. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Jabal Sheard able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. third and long. It's Brady. They still can't get him. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They start on the ground with Elliott. And now running right through it. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Back to throw, Keenum. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run, the best runs for the top.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
Here we go.
On second down, here's Keenum. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. the gun, Keenum. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
In motion left goes a tight end. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. Leopard. Over.
Keenum now to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Elliott. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet and then taken down right at the 30. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit.
Here's Keenum. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Set. Blue 90.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. One man in the backfield, Elliott. He's going to get the football. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Point after now from Sturgis. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
20.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. 4 yards on the pickup there.